Well guys, the shower of shit we call the government is back on its usual lunacy once again. Last night, Boris gave us a press conference about his irreversible freedom date that sounds very reversible to me, and will literally be reversed within months, let's be honest.
There is therefore no credible route to a zero-COVID Britain, or indeed a zero-COVID world. And we cannot persist indefinitely with restrictions that debilitate our economy, our physical and mental well-being, and the life chances of our children. And that is why it is so crucial that this roadmap should be cautious, but also irreversible. We're setting out on what I hope and believe is a one-way road to freedom.
He laid the groundwork for it yesterday, so you can be sure that shit is coming. Now on top of that, he also brought back the two-tier health passport system various ministers promised would never happen, but in 2021 a conspiracy theory is only 6 to 12 months away from becoming government policy, it would seem. I've done countless videos on this medical papers please bullshit, which looks more like coercion into doing what they want than it does about public health or indeed saving your life. This is of course despite that shit being illegal and immoral, as David Davis has pointed out here.
And so there are a variety of good reasons for people not to take a vaccine. I've had a vaccine, and I think most of the reasons are not ones I would subscribe to, but people have that freedom. Now, what this proposal does is, in effect, coerce those people. And that's also against a number of international conventions we're signatories to. And indeed, just recently, the Council of Europe passed a resolution saying, 732 said, that ensure that citizens are informed that vaccination is not mandatory and that no one is politically, socially or otherwise pressured to get themselves vaccinated if they do not wish to do so themselves, and ensure that no one is discriminated against for not having been vaccinated due to possible health risks or not wanting to be vaccinated. And this explicitly does that. This explicitly discriminates against people who have not been vaccinated. And as I tried to explain with my parable at the beginning, it doesn't actually provide protection for the rest of the population.
Yes, I've played that clip before, but in all honesty, it needs to be seen by millions of people, so they know this government is literally just taking the piss out of them. In fact, I might actually throw together a compilation of clips from parliamentary committees shitting on the idea of health or vaccine passports. But to smash the government's hopes, businesses would go along with this. Earlier today, a major nightclub chain come out saying they will not be asking for these discriminatory health passports because they know it's a shit show from the start and will only hurt their business. The chief executive of Recom UK, who owns 42 nightclubs, Peter Marks, said that they were intending to open at full capacity. He added the customers would not be required to present proof of a negative COVID test, as this is something we believe would create a barrier to both customer enjoyment and getting the industry back on its feet. Which is obviously 100% correct, and let's be honest, he should have said because it's fucking discriminatory. He should have pointed out just how batshit crazy the whole idea is, but then again we'll just take this for now. At least he's saying he's not gonna do it, which is something I guess. Of course, other venues like pubs have joined in, saying this is unworkable lunacy, as we all know, so Boris Johnson might well be fucked on this one. I mean, the whole idea won't save shit, but when has that actually mattered to these tosspots, I guess? Someone stands to make a shit ton of money out of it, though, I would bet. Now, obviously, a few places might put them in, but I hope many will say, sod, that is just complete lunacy, and the ones who do implement it get boycotted by enough people to make them realise that this is wrong. They should have realised it anyway, but at the end of the day we'll literally take it, let's be honest. In my mind I put this on par with a Scotch egg in a pub while you have a beer, or closing times at 10 PM, because after 10 PM it must have been more dangerous, like this shit could tell the time. I would say it's laughable, but let's be honest, this is real life, not some comedy sketch. You can't actually laugh at it because it's not funny while they're fucking your life up and taking your freedoms away more and more each day. But guys, before I go, remember to check out my website, which is linked down below, along with my Odyssey, BitChute, Rumble and many more. At this point we don't know how long we'll be left on YouTube, so following me everywhere else is certainly a good idea.
Where